Today's story gives a whole new meaning to man-child. Having a relationship or marriage with a man-child is an exercise in frustration, patience, and anger. Practicing good self-care, having a strong support system, and adjusting your expectations are crucial for a relationship with this type of person to last. But what happens when he's still practically breastfeeding and stuck in Pampers? Let's find out today on rLounge. 8 months married, 8 months pregnant, possible divorce. Okay, this is going to be a long one, but I feel background is important here. Background. My husband and I met in May or June of last year. We hit it off fairly quickly and began dating over the summer. I am a 31 female and he's 38 male. We had a great time dating. It was refreshing being with someone who was more mature, career-oriented, goal-driven, and just in a point of his life where he was ready to settle down. He shared a lot of his past mistakes and vulnerabilities with me, as I did him. We talked all day, every day, and we saw each other as much and as often as possible. I had come out of a string of crappy relationships, and I was yearning for love and affection after years of dating a narcissistic sociopath. Also, I should note my mom was diagnosed a year prior with a horrible cancer that has about a 10% chance of survival. Against all odds, she was still around, but in the back of my head, I know her time is limited. I shared all this with my husband, and he was super supportive and understanding of the situation. I told him I would never want to get married if my mom wasn't there, and he totally understood. Also, during this time, he told me a lot about his mom. She was in an abusive relationship with his dad, divorced when he was a child, and raised her 3 kids alone with no help. Worked 3 jobs and did whatever she could. I felt that was super admirable, and I have a lot of respect for any parent who does it alone because that can't be easy. He told me due to her old age and some health concerns, she would have to live with him in the future even after he's married. Now this is something I've always been against, and against my better judgment, I said that would be okay. I hadn't even met her yet, so that was stupid and premature of me to agree to. Anywho, a few months later, we decided to take the next step. We had a small, intimate ceremony and married in December of last year. My mom was able to attend. And then on our wedding night, totally unplanned, I got pregnant. Marriage. Okay, that brings us to the actual marriage. In the beginning, we were between 2 houses. One was my apartment that I still had a lease on. The other was a condo he shared with his mom, her place technically. Now this is when I really started to get acquainted with her. I thought she was odd. Something about her tells me there's some screws loose up there. I don't know if this is due to old age, 75, or what. Anyway, wasn't too bad since I was only there a few days a week and the rest was at my apartment. Plus, it was her place, so it's whatever. Then we began house hunting. I vehemently recommended that we rent for a year or 2 close to her condo to save some money. I mean, the market sucked 7 months ago, but his mom insisted we buy a large house so she could sell her condo in the seller's market. Due to this, we basically overpaid by about $200,000 on a giant 4-bedroom house during the worst housing market. She then sold her condo and we all moved in together into this house. This is where 90% of the issues began. His mom is extremely controlling, manipulative, and wants to live her way despite the fact that this is technically our house, mine and my husband's. She's living here free of charge. I've asked her repeatedly to respect my ways of doing things in the house. I want to arrange my furniture to my liking, my kitchen, etc. His mom is the type that will purposely move something just to spite me. He generally takes my side, but he also always gives me the excuse of, oh well, she's old, get over it. I've been dealing with these small petty arguments during my entire pregnancy. I've had stress, anger, sadness, everything. I find his mom to be very controlling of him. She guilt trips him into believing he owes her pretty much everything he has. I'm basically second priority to him, if even that. He's done the bare minimum to help set up our house and nursery. Over the last month, things have basically hit the fan. I'll admit, I acted in a very hostile manner and I've gotten into yelling matches with his mom multiple times. We've both gotten into each other's faces. I've begged my husband to please seek another option for us all. Perhaps find her a comfy condo nearby or even an apartment to rent. I've suggested she live with her daughter who lives nearby and my husband can provide money if needed. I asked if, at the very least, she can please visit family for the remainder of my pregnancy so I can have peace and calm. Everything is met with a, no, I have to take care of her by letting her live with me. She physically needs to live in the same house. My husband has always been super calm with me and doesn't yell or snap, but the last 2 days he's at his wit's end, and I am too, and the whole house is just yelling and fighting. I finally broke down and told him I can't live my life like this, and either we come up with another living solution for his mom or us, or we divorce. He basically said there is no other living situation, so that means divorce. Today, I spoke to a divorce attorney for the first time ever, just to learn more. I feel my life is so messed up currently. I don't know what to do. I can go into labor any day of the week. I have nothing but stress. I'm sad. I'm angry. I'm confused. I don't even know what advice I'm looking for. I'm just lost. AVG Don Juan has some advice. That's hard, but you tried and he made his choice. The last thing I would say is, his mother is not his sole responsibility if he has other siblings, so he needs to stop being the hero martyr because that's childish. Now he has a child on the way, which is a higher priority than his mother, so he needs to get his act together pretty quickly smart. If he can't see that his wife and his newborn are priority number one and his mom has to slide down into a close second, then you pretty much have no choice here. He has an unhealthy fixation for living with his mother, and if he can't move past it, then you need to move on. I do feel for you, OP. This is a hard situation to be in, but at the same time, he was pretty clear with you from the beginning that he had to take care of his mom and that the plan was for her to move in with him eventually. Although this isn't ideal for you and his mother is less than stellar, sometimes just being really open and honest with partners and letting all of that really settle in and stew a bit sort of gets them thinking. This could mean that he doesn't have a relationship with his child, just as he didn't have a relationship with his dad. It's almost worth mentioning to him. Sometimes we have to break the cycle, but I do understand why he wants to take care of his mother due to his past. Update. Just an update. My husband will be having a talk with his mom this weekend to basically explain to her that we've reached out to divorce attorneys and are seriously considering parting ways 8 months in due to her making our home life hostile, toxic, and just unenjoyable. Part of me is really sad that he's even having a conversation with her about this. I wish he would just tell her she needs to find another living arrangement because he will not be torn away from his wife and child due to her. The other part of me is trying to see his perspective, but it's tough. He seems to think that the two options are either A, I suck it up and live with his mom and we stay married, or B, he lives with his mom, we get a divorce, and he gets 50-50 custody of our unborn baby. Truth is, I've spoken to the attorney and he's not getting 50-50 custody. I get majority custody and he will have visitation rights for the most part. I'm sorry, but if you're choosing your mom over your son, why do you even want 50-50 custody? You have 100% custody of your beloved mom, so go be happy about that. I'm just angry at this point, at him, at his mom, at the whole situation, even at myself to be honest. This is just a random rant. Three-Armed Sally has a thought. Spouse gets the pole position, they're top in the podium. Gold medal is put around their neck. Regardless of how the talk goes, your husband's perspective is that his mom is his gold medal, and you should be happy with silver. That isn't healthy, and I would definitely recommend calling his bluff regarding divorce. Update. My mother-in-law hit a new low, retaliating against unborn grandson. Last time I posted on this subreddit, my post was removed, though I'm not sure why. Anywho, hoping this one stays. Today my mother-in-law hit a new low. I'm currently 38 weeks preggo with her only son's first ever kid. Her 8th grandchild, a little grandson. Well, tensions have been high in the house as she lives with us and is supposedly moving out soon. She's been taking her sweet time gathering her belongings, which includes everything. Seriously, this woman is packing up her Lysol bottles, paper towel rolls, etc. Apparently we can't have anything. Whatever. I don't even care about that. But today, she told my husband that I need to give her back all the toys she bought for our soon-to-come baby. She only bought like 5 or 10 toys, nothing big, but what the F? This is her grandchild too. It's one thing to retaliate against me, but she crossed a line today. Geezer Wench chimes in. When they show you who they are, actions speak louder than words. She's made a pretty clear statement. Why would she care about your baby when she has 8 other children and their parents to manipulate? Make sure she's out before you go into labor and change the locks. Merriam-Webster chimes in. Pack up the toys and present them to her in a lavish way. In fact, pack up a box of extra stuff like Lysol and paper towels. Give them to her as a gift. Then stay silent. Don't say a word. Oh, OP, you're getting what you want. You and your husband stay together and she's moving out. Let her be petty and give her back the toys. Who needs her or those toys anyways? Not you. You just need her gone. Update. Mother-in-law has won the battle. We're divorcing with a 1-week-old baby. Check my post history for background info. Basically, my crazy, psycho, lying, deranged mother-in-law who insisted on living with us for no good reason has effectively destroyed our 9-month marriage and is now demanding her son leave me and our 1-week-old baby boy. She's currently in Canada visiting family for an extended period of time because I could not have her physically in my space any longer. But she's texting and calling my husband every day, basically telling him that he has to leave me or she'll disown him. And the sad thing is, he is basically 99% on her side, so alas, it looks like it will be divorce for us. She won. I have nothing more to give. I'm tired of trying and begging and pleading with my husband. Tired of being the voice of reason on this matter. I know he's going to live the rest of his life with the utmost regret, and a small part of me is actually sad for him. But she gets what she wants now, to play housewife with her son and be the only woman in his life. Seriously, F mother-in-laws like this. Management Late chimes in. I am so sorry. This is not what you should be going through during what's supposed to be the happiest time of your life. That said, you should never have to fight someone to love you and your child and put you both first. Time to move on. I wish you all the happiness and luck in the world. Super Huckleberry 125 says, you are a strong person to have survived this madness. Honestly, it is probably for the best because now all your attention can be put into giving the bouncing baby in your arms the best life possible. You will not have her in your hair whispering nonsense. You will not have her second-guessing your decisions. You will not have to worry about her at all. You will not have the stress of him always taking her side. You will not have to worry about him at all. You will have a life without being treated like you are not the important one. You will have the space needed for your peace of mind. You will have the enjoyment of baby adventures that will be their loss. Their loss. You will eventually find happiness with someone who will treasure the person you are without all the drama that they both brought. You know it's hard right now and it will be tough for a while until you get settled, but it will be how you want it, not how it is dictated to you. Do you have family or friends you can lean on for support? If so, call them up. If not, I am sending loads of virtual hugs and some strength to help you in your time of need. Right now, it would probably be best if you took some time for yourself, bond with your baby, and take a deep breath of the freedom you will have in your future, away from this toxicity. Let him go because this shows that he didn't truly want to be there if he let his mom convince him to leave you and your 1-week-old. Could you really trust him after this? Is this the type of person that you want to raise your child around who is swayed by her madness? If he comes back, it would be on your terms, not theirs. For your peace of mind and spirit, you must do what is best for you and your child. Let everything else that has to do with them fall to the wayside. Your energy is needed elsewhere. They may have won the battle, but lost much, much, much more than they realized, and it hasn't sunk in yet. When it does, you need to be ready and completely in control. Once you're ready, contact a lawyer, freeze your accounts, start removing yourself from joint accounts, maybe look into some counseling. But hear me now when I say that there is no guilt to carry in this situation. The burden is not yours, so do not pick it up. Toss it out the door. You are not to blame and did everything you could to save your marriage. F mother-in-law, she can have him. Congratulations on your little one. Sending more virtual hugs and warmest wishes of lots of baby smiles and giggles. Ah, crap. I was really hoping it wouldn't end like this. It sounds like he has some serious issues. I think he might be stuck in the past, in fact, and by that, I mean he's still very much a child that has some serious abandonment issues. I feel like you really don't need that in your life, especially with a new baby. And the new baby doesn't need someone like that either. You and the baby deserve someone who shows up for you every day. Let him have his mama. A baby can't raise a baby. What do you make of this? Thank you for joining us today on rLounge. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you have something you want to say regarding today's content, share that with us in the comments below. Bye for now.